Hello everybody, welcome to another great episode of Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed. My name is John. We're in my world famous sipping den. This is where all the magic happens. Anyway, I asked for a sub because on this channel I do everything that has anything to do with alcohol. That's a tall tale there. That's a hard thing to do. And I do everything that has anything to do with coffee. Every Sunday I post a coffee. Now, real quick, I'm just going to tell you this. I have an unbelievable playlist. It's almost too much to describe. However, I have it broken down into categories and subcategories to make all the things I review easy for you to find. And I challenge you to please go to that playlist, start looking through it, and just see some of the great stuff that I have on this channel. That's all I'm asking. Also, the first comment of every video is pinned because I always have a link to whatever I'm reviewing. In this case, not only wine, not only French wine, French rosé. Guy Mousset, all right? Guy Mousset, Cotes du Rhone, 2021. Now, Cotes du Rhone is a appellation. It's an area, AOC, in France, an area. And they designate what kind of wines can be grown there, what kind of grapes. And depending on whether it's the north part or the south part, there are different kind of grapes. I could not find exactly what blend or what grape they use to make this rosé. But it comes from that area, so it can only be a list of so many grapes if you want to look that up. I am a fan of rosé. I'm a fan of rosé because, and putting aside the fact that in the 70s, Americans developed something called white Zinfandel, and people confuse rosé with white Zinfandel. There's nothing wrong with white Zinfandel if you enjoy it, and I have reviewed some of it, but it is nothing like a true dry rosé. And the French make some of the best. Here's the color. All right, there you go. We'll see it in the glass here in a minute. And this one is about $15 as of the filming of this video. So, you see I've gotten into it. We're going to get into it again now. See what flavors we get out of it. And I'll give you a better shot of the color. Alright, we'll put it on this. Look at that. Nice little light right there. Alright, so this particular rosé. See if it sounds like something you want. Price point, about $15. And the reason I love rosé so much, by the way, is because it is kind of a mix. Usually, there's different ways to make it. But one way to make it is to take a red grape, the color red, obviously, the skin, crush it, and instead of just having the juice, which should be almost all of them are clear, white, yellowish, right? And instead of taking that grapes and those stems and letting it sit with the wine and get that deep red color, they let it sit just long enough to turn it a different shade, right? Kind of a rosé color. But what that does is it doesn't give it quite the strong flavors of the red, and it's not the light, crisp flavors of the white. It's kind of in between, depending on when they pull it, right? When they like the profile of it. Therefore, it kind of goes good with almost every kind of food because it's kind of like a combination between a white and a red. It's like perfect. And it's easy to drink. They're usually refreshing. So I am a big fan of rosé year-round. I know a lot of people. Don't be afraid of rosés. Check out my playlist. Look at some of these rosés, and they come in different sweetness. A lot of them aren't ever going to be real sweet. They might be semi-sweet down to dry. You can find some sweet ones, but generally the good French and Italians, European ones, Spanish, are going to be more on the drier side. So, give it a sniff. Now you always get that light fragrance of, you don't always get, in this case it's kind of a classic strawberry, light cherry, light melon is the kind of flavors or smells that you usually get off these, and it's kind of showing up in this one. So let's give her a taste. Alright, just acclimate myself, get myself ready, getting rid of any other flavors that have been in my mouth, would have been eating and drinking throughout the day. And now we will go in for the taste. Right off the bat, it is medium body. It has a kiss of tannin on the back, light tannin, and a strong acidity, which makes it refreshing, which puts it in a certain food category when you've got the acid like that. So, yeah. I like that, lemonade's refreshing because it has acid. They put acid to cut the sweetness in soft drinks and sodas. Right? They add acid to it. So acid is generally considered a refreshing part of a drink. That's why I like to say lemonade. Now, as far as the taste, what I'm getting is a very, very light undertone of watermelon. Not strong, not like biting in a watermelon, but getting the juice from watermelon, kind of watering it down to where it's not very strong, but you could still detect that kiss of flavor. There is a kiss of cherry, there is a kiss of strawberry in there, and that's about it. A slight drying aftertaste of the tannin, which is balancing out that acidity that comes up front. I think this, with the acid content, when I say high acidity, it's not going to burn you, right? It's just that where it waters your tongue like a lemon would. It doesn't taste like lemon at all. There's a slight grapefruit aftertaste, very mild, balancing out that tannin, light tannin. A fatty fish. But I always say about every wine, really, if you ever drink soft drinks with your meal, okay, you can replace any wine with that, and in my opinion, it's going to be better. Right? If you drink a Coke or a 7-Up or any other soft drink in the world with anything you're eating, and you've done it before, then even the worst pairing of a wine is going to be better than that. To me. You can do it with soda, you can sure as heck do it with a wine. So you can have this really with, like I said, anything that would go with a red, anything that would go with white. Pretty much. Very versatile. So if you haven't gotten into rosés, give them a shot. Most stores, wine shops, liquor stores will have a whole display, and you could browse through them. Sometimes they'll have the descriptions of them, or you can look at my playlist, watch some of those videos, see what appeals to you, and go ask for it. And I did all the work for you. All right, thank you for being here, and I'll see you on the next one.